Chapter 3 of Little Shaq Takes a Chance. On Friday night, Little Shaq stood in front of the mirror and let Dad straighten his tie. Mom was making the whole family get dressed up for the art show. Little Shaq didn't mind, though. He looked good in a tie. "All right, everybody," said Mom. "Let's go." Little Shaq felt his stomach tense. It was game time. Earlier that day, he had been excited about the art show, but now he felt nervous. "What if no one likes my project?" Little Shaq asked. "I'll like it," said Tater. "Me too," said Malia. Little Shaq smiled. "We're all going to love it," said Mom, "because we love you." On the way out the door, Mom grabbed a tray wrapped in plastic. "What's that?" asked Malia. "Miss Turpinny heard about my sushi and asked if I'd make some for tonight," she said. "Cool," said Little Shaq. Mom raised a surprised eyebrow and closed the door behind them. At the rec center, a crowd had started to gather. Little Shaq's heart began to beat fast. The first art project Little Shaq's family saw was Rosa's cat portrait. "Wow," said Little Shaq. "I can't believe it's made out of tiny little dots. It's so neat." "Thanks," said Rosa. Next, they came to Walter's and Aubrey's projects. Even though they were twins, their art looked totally different. "Very impressive," said Mom. Little Shaq's heart beat faster. So far, everyone's projects were really good. Then they arrived at Barry's. Nana Ruth and Mr. Witten were there too. Little Shaq moved to the front of the crowd to get a closer look. Barry had painted a family portrait. "Hey," said Little Shaq, "there I am. It looks just like me." "We'll have to start calling you Picasso," Dad said to Barry. "This is excellent." Barry smiled with pride. Little Shaq realized that his project was up next. His heart began to beat even faster. There was already a group of people in front of it. Little Shaq tried to hear what they were saying. "How modern," a man with a mustache said. "So lifelike," said a woman in a polka dot dress. "It really captures the spirit of the game," said a man wearing a hat. Little Shaq thought those all sounded like good things. Little Shaq's family walked over to his sculpture. It was called Basketball with Barry. Mom gasped. "It's wonderful," she said. "Yeah," said Barry. "It looks just like me." "I think we should keep this one in the gym," said Coach Mackins. Suddenly, Aubrey ran to Little Shaq's side. "Smile for the school paper," she said. Little Shaq gulped, but when he saw everyone smiling, he did too. After the camera flashed, Aubrey said, "Hey Barry, can I ask you some questions about your family portrait?" "Sure thing," said Barry. Little Shaq turned to Rosa. "Don't you want to say it?" "Say what?" Rosa asked. "I told you so," Little Shaq replied. "No," she said. "I knew all along you'd make something great." "Well, thanks," he said, "even if it does mean that you were right." Rosa winked and skipped away to find her parents. All that smiling had made Little Shaq hungry. "Hey, Tater," he said, "let's check out the snacks." On a big buffet table were plates of cheese and crackers, veggies and dip, cookies and fruit, and Mom's sushi. The sushi was almost gone. Little Shaq picked up a piece of sushi from the tray. "What are you doing?" asked Tater. "I thought I'd give it a try," Little Shaq replied. "Really?" asked Tater. "Why not?" he said. "I never thought I'd like sculpting, but now you can call me Michelangelo." "Who's that?" asked Tater. Little Shaq popped a piece of sushi into his mouth and chewed, tilting his head from side to side. "He's a famous sculptor like me." Yum," he said, "spicy." The following week, Mom and Dad were getting ready to make dinner. They called Malia, Little Shaq, and Tater down to the kitchen. "What are we all in the mood for?" Mom asked. "Grilled cheese," said Malia. "Chicken nuggets," said Tater. "Lasagna," said Dad. Little Shaq looked over at the refrigerator. Mom had taped up his photo from the newspaper. I don't know, he said. Let's try something new. The end. I love that Little Shaq tried something new. If you're interested, there's still one more book in the Little Shaq series, and it's called Little Shaq Star of the Week. I hope you enjoyed.